Discovering your unique brand. You may have heard me talk about branding before, or you may have heard that come up in some trainings with Nathan that you've had, or even watched trainings on branding. Branding is a really important part of growing any kind of business at all, but especially in 2025, social media branding and what people see is really important. And that can be super overwhelming. A brand, like I have to create a brand? Like, what do you mean? I thought Farmasi was the brand. Well, Farmasi is a brand, but Farmasi is not your brand. You have your very own unique perspective, your own unique look, feel, attributes, things that are important to you. And that's all going to play into what your brand is and the message that you send. And that's going to separate you from every other Farmasi influencer in the world and allow people to connect with you and your mission and your story and what you bring to the table. So tonight, my hope is that I help you discover what your unique brand is. I'm going to give you some questions to ask yourself to help you uncover that. I'm going to show you some great examples of branding and also talk about why branding is important. Why do I need a personal brand? First of all, I want you to see those 4 logos on the right. Now, none of the actual companies have their names on there, but y'all can recognize every single one of those companies, right? Starbucks, Target, McDonald's, Walmart. None of them have any letters. There are no names of the stores, but we know because they send a very consistent message. They use the same colors, the same logo presented in thousands of different ways. And this is what creating a brand is really all about. Getting to a place where people can just see a color or a font or a picture and know that it's you, that it's coming from you. That's what these brands have done. Now, these brands have an advantage of having a brick and mortar business. And when you walk in to a business, you also experience sight, you experience sounds. A lot of them play music or they have certain soundtracks. You experience smells. Some things like Starbucks and McDonald's, you also experience taste, right? And they have all of these things to help create their brand and help you recognize them. And you, as a person, you don't have a brick and mortar. Your brand is not a brick and mortar. And so this is why visuals matter even more. This is why what you put out on your profiles on social media matter even more because you don't have the advantage of having all of those senses engaged when you see someone, okay? So this is why you need a personal brand. It increases your online visibility. It builds trust and credibility. I cannot stress this enough. When you send the same message and people come to recognize, hey, that's Jennifer's profile. You build trust and credibility when people know what to expect from you and they see you deliver that again and again and again. You need a personal brand because it establishes you as an authority. And authority does matter, especially when you're in this industry of wellness, nutrition, skincare, makeup, okay? And you don't have to be a makeup guru. You don't have to have a perfect body. You don't have to be someone who goes to the gym at 5 a.m. to sell wellness and nutrition products. But you do need to be established as an authority so that people can trust what you're talking about. A personal brand creates a powerful and attractive first impression. And in 2025, when attention spans are shorter than ever, first impressions are more important than ever. If people don't like what they see or grasp what they're looking at the very first time they connect with you or look at your profile, they're probably not going to come back. Now, as I'm telling you this, I don't want you to think, oh my gosh, I've just really ruined this. I'm behind the 8 ball. We all have room to grow here. I do not have a solid, my profiles have massive room for improvement in this area too, okay? So when I'm teaching you this, I want you to know that we are growing together and we're not worried about what we've done in the past. We're worrying about what we're moving towards and how we're working from this point on, okay? I just want you to be encouraged by that. A personal brand makes you more approachable. A personal brand builds community in a digital first world. Digital first means, okay, let's say you hear about some new coffee shop that's opening up. What do? Do you drive to the coffee shop and check it out? No. You go to the website, you go to their social media, you look it up on maps and look at the reviews, right? It's a digital first world. People are seeing things digitally first without getting to know you as a person or smell things or taste things. You have to be able to build community digitally. And a recognizable brand, your recognizable brand, builds loyalty through trust. When people trust you, they will stay loyal to you. People will not stay loyal just to Farmasi. People will stay loyal to you. In my previous company that I was with, there were many different options for I used to be in the home fragrance industry. People could buy home fragrance anywhere. Walmart, Target, home fragrance specialty stores. I had incredible loyalty because people trusted me. They were loyal to me because I had a personal brand and took great care of them. How do you find your brand? Okay, I want you to know it goes beyond colors, fonts, and a vibe, but these are really important in the overall picture, and we're gonna talk about that. But before we even get to colors, fonts, and a vibe, I need you to know this. The first thing you need to do is establish a niche and then 4 to 5 sub-niches that you can talk about consistently. These are some examples of niches on the screen, okay? Health and wellness, nutrition and cooking, perimenopause, okay? That's really trendy for people my age right now. I'm seeing it everywhere. It's all over my feed because, yep, here I am. Family or parenting. Some other niches would be fashion, travel, faith, pets, home decor, technology, business, DIY and crafting. Okay, these are all examples of different niches. These can also be sub-niches too, if you want to say, like, let's say, for example, and some of these are kind of related, right? Fashion and beauty, health and wellness and nutrition and cooking could be related. Family and parenting and faith and home decor could be related. Home decor and DIY and crafting. Do you see what I'm saying? So some of these can relate to each other, but these are just going to give you some examples of what your brand is. But next, I'm going to ask you to ask yourself some questions to really discover your own unique brand. And this is something that you really need to dig deep on in order to establish your brand and find your solid, true, authentic brand. Because it's not going to look like me, and it's not going to look like Maria, and it's not going to look like Erin, and it's not going to look like Jenny. It's not going to look like anyone else. It's going to look like yours. And it should be yours and yours alone. So first, what are 3 to 5 main topics that I want to be known for? So this can kind of help you identify your niches. Example, faith, family, beauty, wellness, confidence, simplicity, personal growth, right? Think about that. Next, how do my passions, example, faith, family, beauty, and wellness, connect to one another? Because an important part of branding is sending a consistent message. You want to make sure that things are not jumbled up and hard to decipher. You want there to be a congruency and a consistency to the whole thing. Also, I want to give another bit of encouragement in here. I know this is hard. It's hard to ask these questions about yourself. And I think women especially have a difficult time sometimes identifying these questions, but I want you to put in this hard work because just because it's hard doesn't mean you can't do it. You can do this. You can discover your brand and we can build something awesome. Next, which of these topics do I feel most called to talk about regularly? You want to have sort of one main vibe or topic that you hit on all the time. Next, how do Farmasi's products fit naturally into my daily life and story? So not just like, here I am today, vitamin C serum, tightens your skin, brightens your skin, How can I fit that in naturally into my faith, family, beauty, wellness, whatever it is my niches are? That is really, really crucial to being authentic and not like salesy and weird as you grow and make sure that Farmasi is well represented in your social media branding. Next, what transformations or results have I personally experienced with these products? This is really important, and this can help you identify a niche or a topic that you should talk about, okay? And something that you may have missed. So because transformations and results, that's the industry that we're in, by the way. Wellness, nutrition, skincare, makeup, it's about transformation and results. And you got to show that people got to see you using it and having transformative results in order for them to be compelled or interested to keep watching or purchase or join you. Next, what are 3 words that describe my personality and style online? Next, what's something unique about my story or journey that others could relate to or be inspired by? This one is hard, but I promise you, you have beautiful, unique things about you. And sometimes these unique things might be painful that you're not willing to talk about. For example, it could be something, in your past that happened to you or it could be something like, I've had a miscarriage at one point in my life, and that is unique. but painful, but a lot of people can identify with it at the same time. And a lot of people can relate to that. What is something unique about your story or your journey? Are you a world-renowned knitter? Do you do DIY and make your own wreaths for every new holiday? Do you walk your cats on a leash? That's unique, by the way, if you do that. Good for you. What is something unique about you? And you may think, this isn't very interesting or this doesn't make me unique, but it can be anything that lights you up. What excites you? Or what's a powerful experience in your life that turned you into who you are today? Okay? Think about those kind of things. Did you lose someone and go on a journey of discovery? Did you gain something that you never thought you could have? These are questions that you really want to dig deep on. Next, what does authentic look like for me on social media? And this is so important. It's so important because if your brand is not authentic, you'll quit, you'll give up, it'll be too hard. It's too hard to fake it. And also, nobody wants anything fake in 2025, okay? Relatable and real content is more powerful than ever, and that's the stuff that's being successful today. I just want you to know that. What does authentic look like for me on social media? Is it aesthetic? Is it a mess? Is it jumbled? Is it bold and colorful? Is it dark and moody? What kind of vibe do I want my page to have? Calm and faith-filled, bold and empowering, colorful and fun. Next, what colors, fonts, or imagery reflect that vibe? And what kind of captions sound most like me? Heartfelt storytelling, motivational encouragement, quick and easy tips, or humor? These are all questions that will help you discover what your own brand is. Next, you have to connect it to your audience. And this is crucial because you can have a message that's really important and unique to you and very special to you, but if it doesn't matter to your audience or they don't get it, or let's say you're trying to sell Farmasi, but your entire brand is crafting wreaths, there's a disconnect there. Do you see what I'm saying? So there has to be a part of you and a part of your authentic story and a part of your niche that connects to your audience. Ask yourself, who are you trying to reach? And be very specific. Are they moms, women of faith, busy professionals, beauty lovers, retirees, young women? Who are you trying to reach? Couples, people with kids, people without kids, people with pets? Who are you trying to reach? Be very specific. What struggles, goals, or desires do they have that I can help with? As you're building a brand, your brand becomes about serving and helping others. And I'm just going to tell you, it's incredibly powerful when you can do something in that regard. And when you can build a brand that serves and helps others and adds value to their life, it can be more about quality versus quantity. You can have a smaller following that's more productive because it's better quality because you're helping and serving others and meeting a need that they have. Next, what do they come to social media for? My target audience, what do they come on social media for? Is it inspiration? Is it education? Is it connection or entertainment? And last, how can I serve them, not just sell to them? How can I add value to their life? How can my brand be a force for good, be a bright light, be something positive that they come to? These are some things to consider, okay? And there's an example on the right for you of a person who has a very consistent, this is just someone I follow on Instagram. She has a very consistent vibe. If you can see, pink and black. She's got photos of herself looking beautiful. And then all the little highlights at the top are all pink and black, same kind of thing. I want you to describe your own vibe to help you choose your color palette. These are some examples. And when it comes to your vibe, playful, sophisticated, professional, bold, clean, approachable, gentle, luxurious, cheerful, optimistic, natural, health, calm, passionate, strong, neon, earthy, retro, modern. Okay, these all give different color palettes. And I know when you say those words, your brain probably thinks of different colors. So what is your vibe? And it can be multiple words together. Okay, you can take your vibe once you've established it and you can browse Pinterest. You can go to Pinterest and you can say playful branding boards, okay? Or brand colors that are strong, optimistic, and modern. You can also use Canva's palette generator with your keywords. So if you go into Canva, there you can generate color palettes by putting in different examples. Find the ones that work for you. You can switch in colors in and out, but they should be complementary and helpful. Then once you find the colors and things that you want to use, play with it, test it, and edit it until you find your vibe. With fonts, you want to use both sans serif and serif. These words right here, the colors, fonts, filters, and vibe, this is a serif font. What it means by serif is see how it has little things on the edges of the letters there? Like they have like a little wing essentially on the end. This is a sans serif font. There's no wings, it's just clean. So when you combine a serif font with a sans serif font, it's visually appealing. And then this font at the top, this is a more playful font. This is a handwriting font. It's a little more playful. No matter what you do, they should be easy to read. There are fonts that I really, really love, but they're not easy to read, and so I can't use them. You're in marketing. You want to create a good marketing plan. They got to be something that people can read and they don't have to like to try and find it. Make sure whatever you pick is timeless and something that you'll like forever. Sometimes I love trendy things, but then if I want to implement it into my brand, I might not like it in 6 months. All right, and your vibe, think about it. Is it light and airy or dark and moody? You can use filters. You can use the same filter on all your photos. I don't use filters on purpose just because I want to give a real, part of my vibe is very real, being very real. But if you want to, you can use light and airy or dark and moody filters on all your photos so they look the same. And then mood boards. I want to talk to you about this real quick. Did you know that Canva has hundreds of pre-made mood boards? Let me show you what those are. So if you're like, OMG, fonts, colors, I have no idea where to begin. This is way too overwhelming. You can go to Canva and right in the search bar, you can type brand board. And then you can put in whatever kind of modifiers you want to have. Modern, fun, playful, sophisticated, professional, whatever the case may be, bold. These are all different examples of different mood boards that I found in about 15 seconds on Canva. You can open up the mood board and play with it and put in different, your words and your brand and your name, okay? And then you can establish, hey, this is what I want my brand to look like. Here are some great social media examples of what great branding looks like, okay? The first one over here is Ale, all the way on the left. She's our #1 income earner in Farmasi. Every single post is her face. It's her face, the whole thing. If you go to her social media profile and look at it, it's entirely her face. Next, claiming simplicity. This lady, I love her stuff. These are just people that I follow. Hunting, farm animals, sourdough, gardening, preserving, right? That's her brand. But look at her profile visually. Black text, white background, same font on absolutely everything. This is a fragrance company. Do you notice all the browns and how it looks congruent together? This is another fragrance company. See all these things at the top? They're all the same. Same vibe, same colors. Let me show you some more. Jackie Marquez. All the way on the left, same colors, same vibe, same fonts. Jackie Marquez is Farmasi. She is a boss director and she is nutrition, wellness, skincare, all the same. Look at this guy. Same font, grays, whites, blues, neutrals. Erica Taylor, her niche is makeup, okay? And she has a sub niche of over 40 makeup. Look at her profile. My face, my face, my face, my face, my face, my face with makeup, right? Brooke Rash, lots of neutrals, lots of high contrast photos. Again, black and white text, same thing. This is a gal I follow. Her name is Mrs. Casual. Guess what she does? Casual outfits. Look at the background and everything. Bright and white. See all her text? White. Recipes. Look at this. Same exact font, white on top of everything. This is a fun little faith graphic fashion company that I follow. Blues, peaches, oranges, all the same vibe. And then this is a fitness person. Again, black and white, black and white, black and right. They have a similar, same. These are just some examples of what consistent branding looks like, and it makes people come back. Lastly, I want you to know, just find and follow, okay? Great marketers are first students. So find those who are succeeding and then follow them, study them, implement and adapt what they're doing authentically to make it your brand. There are so many people out there succeeding and absolutely crushing it on social media. You have the ability to find them, to follow them, to learn from them, to grow, right? And I want you to know, like I said before, I know that you might see these and be like, oh my gosh, my page is a mess. Okay, me too, right? It's okay. You can figure it out and it doesn't have to be tomorrow, but this is something you can work towards creating over the next 30 days, 60 days, whatever. Put in the hard work of figuring out your brand, discovering your true authentic message that you want to send, serve people, help people, add value to their lives, create something aesthetically pleasing. You can do it. You can do that. Nothing is too hard for you. Okay? Say it with me. Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's not for me.